Well, as the country marks Youth Day on the 16th of June, that's today, today's youth may no longer be fighting the same battle as their predecessors. For many young South Africans that are facing unemployment, particularly the youth, they face poverty, inequality, and those remain key concerns. According to Statistics SA, the official unemployment rate for young people aged 15 to 34 in South Africa is 46.1% in the first quarter of 2025. Now, this situation is exacerbated by slow economic growth, regulatory burdens, and lack of experience. To combat youth unemployment, a multifaceted approach is needed. Amongst them is fostering entrepreneurship. Now, today in studio, we're joined by three young entrepreneurs who decided to take matters into their own hands and change their lives. Let's welcome into studio Shamoil Cassoojee. He's the founder and CEO of Cap and Hook Fish Processing. Sthembiso Comfort Ngwenya, a 23-year-old entrepreneur from Kwamhlanga in Mpumalanga. Now, he runs a food outlet. And then 22-year-old Gcina Twala, a social entrepreneur based in Alexandra. Great to have all of you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Morning Live. And of course, I don't know, can I say Happy Youth Day?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? I mean, it is Youth Day. Can we say Happy Youth Day, or are there just too many issues to celebrate right now?
I don't think that we should look at it in the sense of a negative light. Yes, we can say it's a Happy Youth Day. Despite the challenges that we face, South Africa is still a very rich country, and the opportunities that we face in this country are still very vast and very broad. For those of us that are looking for opportunities and ways out, yes, there are ways. And yes, it is a Happy Youth Day for us.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Do you feel the same way?
I am stuck between two feelings. I could say it's a Happy Youth Day, but at the same time, I feel like we are still not as free as we would want to be. This is not the freedom that our fellow brothers and sisters were fighting for back in the day. I mean, looking at the statistics of unemployment that you just mentioned, it's very, very saddening. And with us being in Alexandra, we work with a lot of youth, and it hurts to see what they go through on a daily basis. So it is a Happy Youth Day because here I am sitting here today because of a company called Yes. But same time, our brothers and sisters need to be included more.
I suppose it's where you stand in the equation in terms of, am I working, am I doing okay, or am I really being brought down by these issues that we speak to, crime, drug abuse, unemployment, just, you know, rampant unemployment, one could call, especially in the youth. So, Sthembiso, let's come to you. I mean, just open up with your views on it.
Yes, for me, it is a Happy Youth Day. Because as she said that we are here today to celebrate the Youth Day. So from where I come from, we have a lot of youth that is unemployed, and as a Black Boy Pegapa, a food outlet, we are working on empowering black youth, every youth, not just black people, but every youth in South Africa. Yeah, so to me it is a Youth Day. Okay,
good. Well, I'm happy. So we've got three members of the youth that are happy, and maybe because you've ensured that you've made opportunities for yourself. And that's where I'm going to come to you, Shamoil. Talk to us about your journey. I mean, you are a founder and CEO of Cap and Hook Fish Processing. So help me understand, what is it that you do, and talk to us about your journey.
Okay, so Cap and Hook Fish Processing, Smokehouse and Fisheries was founded in 2019. We focus on sustainably caught and traceable bottled tuna, canned tuna, and a wide variety of delectable, ready-to-eat fish products that are all caught by our own fleet of fishermen using artisanal fishing methods like rod and reel, hand line, etc., etc. How we started, it's actually a very funny question because I studied through the University of Stellenbosch, aquaculture, with flying colors, in fact, not to blow my own trumpet. However, I applied to the Department of Fisheries for a position that had opened up in aquaculture. And what I found was that I was openly rejected. They told me straight I was too qualified for the position.
Oh, wow.
And being a fisherman, an avid fisherman, having a Category B nitrated skipper's license, I'm able to go quite far to sea. And we get to see these foreign fishing vessels that are more closely assimilated to a floating factory rather than a fishing vessel, absolutely decimating our oceans.
Wow.
And that is where we started our business, to raise the awareness about what is actually happening to our oceans. But not only raise the awareness, but actually offer the alternative. Because if we look at 80% of all canned fish products globally is owned by a single conglomerate in Thailand.
That's insane.
Exactly. And the more we started digging into it, the deeper we found how deep the rabbit hole actually goes, and that something drastically needed to be done. And as our fellow guests here have said, that so many youth are unemployed, yet our oceans are so rich in resources that it could provide sustainable and dignified employment.
Yeah.
You know? And that was a major part of what drove us into becoming who we are and our values.
Is this still the situation?
Yes.
And this
much
is
so.
just the way it is, and it's acceptable?
Unfortunately so, because if we look at it, a lot of foreign investment comes into South Africa, and the nature of Africa is such that we've always been exploited by these foreign investors. And they will come in, give us loans, for example, and because we are unable to pay back these loans, they take our fishing rights, they take our mineral rights, they take our land rights, things that our youth need, the resources to be able to build themselves.
Yeah. And you see, this is where the problem is that we get this feeling that we don't put, South Africans don't put South Africans first. Is
Yes.
that this is a great opportunity, as you're saying, and yet we're allowing this to just disappear from underneath our hands, and the money is going and not benefiting us in this. I'm going to come back to you to ask you more about this, but let's talk in your business, because you're in, when we talk about an entrepreneur based in Alexandra, I'm not sure exactly what it is you do, but talk to us about your story. What is it that you're doing?
So I am the co-founder and director of Gcina Twala, meaning Pillar of the Nation in English. We're an organization in Alexandra that focuses on youth development and just the development of the community itself. So what we do is basically fend for those in need, because they tend to be forgotten a lot in our township and other townships as well. And as we keep on growing, we plan to scale to other townships and assist them. So we assist with food hampers, we assist youth with jobs. We assist youth that have businesses as well. We've gotten them food trailers. We've got a soup kitchen, and we feed plus minus 500 people on a weekly basis. And as we are doing this, we keep on facing challenges. It's not as easy as it sounds, but we do look for people who are going to assist us. There's youth knocking on our door every day looking for an opportunity, and we are sad that we can't really give them that opportunity yet, because we are still a small organization. We work with our mother body organization called Putadi Chaba, and we have other organizations as well that we work with, Alexandra Youth Academy, Swim Academy, and KSF Family Library. So we're basically looking to develop from cradle to career. We also work with Africa Digun. They also assist us on a few things. And yeah, we're just looking for more partners to be able to do the work
to
that
help
we do.
people, so that you can actually go ahead and help. But I mean, are you noticing that the numbers are increasing more and more and more?
Hence, I am actually here to make a plea to find more partners to assist us, because the numbers are increasing every day. In Alexandra, there's more than 1 million people in a square mile.
Wow.
And that's just one township.
And
Can
if,
you
if we talk about people looking for help,
exactly.
What are we dealing with? What are those numbers looking like? I know it's hard to tell.
Yes.
I mean, you see it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but every day we've got, like I said, we feed plus minus 500 people on a weekly basis, and that's not enough.
No.
There's always people that come for more, and unfortunately we aren't able to help them as well, but we look to try and assist them in the near future. It's very bad.
It's a tough situation.
It's a tough
it really is. I mean,
situation.
you, in fact, what I'm reading is you actually studied this, broadcast journalism.
Yes, I might be joining you soon.
Good. Well, you never know. This could be the moment. But
Exactly.
Did you struggle to find a job in that, and then decided, let me just go and do what sort of to assist others?
So this is basically something that I grew up doing. My father is a philanthropist. His name is Twala. So he basically groomed me into this, and it's a passion that I grew into loving. So when I did journalism, I studied broadcast journalism. I actually did it because I want to tell the stories of other people out there. And yes, I've been struggling to get into this a little bit, but I do hope that in the near future, I'm going to be able to be seated next to you there.
There you go. Well, maybe this is your live audition. You never know. Well, I mean, life takes us in different directions, and this could be a wonderful direction for you. But at the same time, you're helping so many people.
Thank you.
Let's come to our final entrepreneur that's sitting over here, who's done great stuff from Mpumalanga, 23 years old, and you run a food outlet. I'm looking at your label on your shirt, Black Boy Burger Bar.
Yeah.
Talk to us about this. How did this all begin, and how did you begin the business and running this?
Okay, Black Boy Burger Bar is a food outlet based in Kwamhlanga, Mpumalanga. It serves various meals centered around burgers. It was established by me in 2020. I was still a high schooler. I was in grade 11, going towards to grade 12. So it was established during December holidays in 2020. I started off alone, but then later on a friend joined in. But I couldn't run the business because I was supposed to be in matric in 2021. So I went to matric in 2021, and the business was operating in a small village in Pitiskraal, also in Mpumalanga. So I was in Kwamhlanga running business from a different location while my friend was running it in a small village. From then, after I matriculated, that's when I went to run the business with a friend. Unfortunately, me and the friend separated, and I had to run the business by myself, and I relocated to Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
I mean, in Kwamhlanga. In 2023, where I work in my family's home, a small container, but we are working towards moving into a bigger premises, of which is now on lease. So we are working towards, we were planning to move into a bigger premise today on the 16th of June, but yeah, we're here, so we shifted the date. So Black Boy Burger Bar serves burgers, and we have burgers, different types of burgers that are Kasi flavored. Yeah, we also have sandwiches, fries, and we are hoping to grow bigger. We also need some funding, as we also try to apply for other funding applications.
Have you gotten funding?
No, we haven't.
So you've never managed to secure the funding?
Yeah.
And that's a very difficult thing, and I'm sure, you know, funding is a topic in itself, because I'm sure both of you have struggled with this one. So you haven't managed, you're asking for funding. How did you manage to start this business, though, very quickly, without actual extra funding? Was it savings you had, or did you get people to help you?
What happened is that in 2020, the funniest thing is in 2020, during COVID-19, when we were at home, so my aunt used to bake cookies for me, and I would go door to door selling cookies with a bucket.
Wow.
Then I would get paid 20 rand daily, you know. So I would start saving from them until it went to a point where I started selling ice creams, because at home they had a ice cream machine, and then I used the ice cream machine to start the business, and then until I ventured into a burger business.
Look at you.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you did it. Slowly building the sandcastle.
Yes.
What about you? I mean, what you're doing is not a cheap exercise. Not at all. So how did you go about that? Did you manage to access funding?
Yes. So in the initial stages, it was a lot of capital that I had saved from working, and got some funding as well from my parents, who supported me through this whole venture as well. However, there are means like the National Youth Development Program, NYDA for short. Their funding programs are very much, how can I put it, in such a way that, yes, you do get the funding. If they find that you have your understanding of the field of business that you're going into, and a solid understanding of all the facets that are involved, yes, there are means and routes for funding that they will provide. As long as you meet the requirements, you have all of your documentations in order, there are routes for funding.
So obviously, in interest of time, and I could sit and speak to each one of you for the full amount of time, but I've had to divide it between the three of you. I want to leave it with you to give us a closing, just a message to the youth and the message to the government. So two messages I want you to put out there. What would you love to see changing, and the advice that you would like to give to government and corporates, and to the youth?
Okay, what I would like to see changing, I feel that there's perhaps a one-size-fits-all when it comes to businesses. There's no avenues in terms of an SME having, for example, mitigations made in order to get certain certifications. For example, I'm sure Burger Boys will understand, in terms of your certificates of acceptability and these things, it's a very difficult process to go through.
Yeah.
And as a small business, without funding, it becomes even more difficult.
Yeah.
So what we would like to see changing by government is maybe putting in means and strategies in place that would enable us to get to these regulations. We're not saying cut out the regulations completely, but make it in such a way that for us that are small businesses, an easier route or more accessible route that we can take to get to those steps.
Absolutely. Yeah, you seem to be agreeing with this as well. Is that?
I do.
Is that something you would advise too?
I would advise that strongly, because it's difficult to get into certain opportunities without the right documentation. So yeah, that's a plea I'm making to the government. Also just to, assist small companies and businesses and organizations as well, because we do need that assistance. We're here, we're on the ground. We see everything that's happening every day, and we really want to assist and make a change. And to the youth out there who's looking for an opportunity or a way to make a change, I'd say just start. Whether it's giving a meal to a homeless person, or picking up litter from the ground, or actually knocking on these big corporate doors, just try and start.
Yeah.
And to big corporates who have assisted us, I'm really grateful, because
keep doing that.
Yes,
keep
please
doing
keep doing that.
Sthembiso, you've got 20 seconds. So, I mean, you are the man who exactly is a lived experience. Just start, and little by little. But is there a message you would like to get out there?
To the youth.
To anyone.
Okay.
Youth, government, business, give us a message.
Okay, to the youth of South Africa, to those who've established their businesses, I must say to them, keep pushing hard, keep working hard. Somebody out there sees you, and they will recognize you, and you'll be on top. So if you work very hard towards your goal, you will reach it. I've been in this business for 5 years.
Yeah.
This is my 5th year, actually. Wow. Yeah, and I haven't given up a bit. I've never tried, and because I know what I want, and I'm going to get it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
You've got that goal. Good luck to all of you, and thank you for coming in and talking to us. And we look forward to seeing how you move through this world and how you develop as the future of this country. Gcina Twala, social entrepreneur based in Alexandra. Shamoil Cassoojee is a founder and CEO of Cap and Hook Fish Processing, and Sthembiso Comfort Ngwenya, entrepreneur from Kwamhlanga in Mpumalanga. He's got a franchise. Well, he's got his business called Black Boy Burger Bar, and watch the space. It's going to be a franchise soon. I got a feeling.